The following is a special presentation of Barely Furcasting. Well, joining us today for the third visit to our wonderful little podcast is Cassidy Civet. Welcome, Cassidy. How are you?
I am quite good on this fine day. Thank you for asking, Barely.
That's
fine
great.
Day. Good to see you again, Cassidy.
Thank you, Taebyn. Always good to not see you.
Yeah.
Bark.
That's a visual joke. The listeners won't get it.
Yep. I was talking to my sister earlier today, and I said that I've got you on the show again for the third time. And she says, "Well, what's their name?" And I said, "Well, it's Cassidy Civet." And she says, "Oh, I'll ask them if they poop out coffee beans." And
yeah, everyone wants to know.
I said, "No."
That's what everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what just happened with that.
You got to Google.
Why don't you explain it, Cassidy? Explain it to him.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole bunch of civets out there on this big earth. There's African civets and there's Malay civets, and then there's also Asian palm civets. And those civets eat coffee cherries, which the pit of a cherry is the coffee bean. Right. So bean is kind of a misnomer, I guess. But yeah, so they eat these cherries. And so the pits don't get broken down in the digestive system, so they poop out the coffee beans from the cherries that they eat. And so the idea is that civets will only eat the ripest cherries that are like the best. So when they poop out the beans, those are the highest quality beans. So some people allegedly will sift through the civet waste and get the good beans, give them a good wash, and sell it as the most expensive coffee on the planet.
You know, I just learned about NFTs today, and it sounds about the same level of IQs. I don't know. Okay, sounds good. Sounds great.
There you go.
Oh, civet coffee.
Civet NFT. Coffee. Yeah, it's very expensive. But
yeah,
you know.
I have not yet tried it, and I'm also not a coffee drinker, so I don't know if I would.
So you probably won't actually try it.
No, I would try it. I'm not against trying. Like coffee,
you're not
even
against
though I don't
coffee.
Drink it. No, I'm open-minded. When I was in Europe, I tried Italian coffee, even though I don't drink coffee. I tried it because
and you're not even
it's
Italian.
So different. I am Italian.
Oh, you are. I mean, you are Italian. And hi. My name is Taebyn. I'm a pup. How's it going?
Bark.
Taebyn, why don't you ask Cassidy some questions? Or chat with her.
No math, please.
Some questions? Sorry, I couldn't resist. I did that. But also, yes, good to say. We saw you actually really recently at BLFC. So how was BLFC for you?
Ooh, BLFC was a great deal of fun. This was my second year going. I went last year in 2021, which was kind of like the off year because it was in October. So this is back in its regular time slot. I get to kind of witness it more so, I think, at its fuller glory than last October. It was really good. Good con. I've got to do some of the activities included with the Reg this year for the first time, like the go-karts. I'd never done go-karts before. That was fun.
Wow.
You've never done any go-karts before, ever?
I don't think so. I feel like I've been...
You don't think so?
I don't think so. There's no distinct go-karting memory in my head. I have distinct like bumper car memories, distinct like dune buggy memories, but not really go-karts.
Do you have distinct Canadian goose memories?
I have not been chased or attacked by Canadian gooses. I just know that they are plentiful. They honk at people and they poop everywhere.
And it's like the decaf lower grade American version of the civet poop, right?
This is not any grade of worth grading.
No,
it's just goose poop.
Goose poop.
Of no market value.
That's right.
No market value. Okay, good. I'm glad we've got that straightened out. I was really worried about my sanity for a second there. Wait, I still am. So anyway, BLFC. So you did stuff. You had like a concert and you hosted Survivor and stuff. So tell us about all the things you hosted and did.
Yeah, I had my concert was the first thing at 4 p.m. Friday, and then I had one of my panels at 8, same day. So Friday I was like running all over the place, and I think that was also the Good Furry Awards. That was also one of my stops. I was very busy on Friday evening.
Oh, that's right. You came straight from your concert to Good Furry, so you were like slightly late, but yeah. Wow.
I caught it right in time for the reveal, but yeah, I was like half an hour late from my concert to get to the show. But I really wanted to be there, as like a previous winner. I'm like, yeah, I want to be there.
Oh, yeah, so for any that doesn't know.
Papa Bear and all of them.
So for any that doesn't know, Cassidy is last year's Good Furry Award winner. So and then she showed up and made an appearance to say hello to the new winner that wasn't there. And poor Papa Dare, I dare you, Papa Dare, Papa Bear. Every first said they'd be there, but they weren't, and I felt bad. But it was still exciting and wonderful at the same time. So how did your concert go, Cassidy?
It was good. I had a very unusual set list this time in comparison to some of the previous ones I've done. There were some technical issues too, but the theme of the con was kind of like glitched out. Yeah, so I think it was on theme.
Very much.
Yeah, I was in suit. One thing I liked is that my concert was on third stage, and when we fill out the performer thing, they're like, well, you need equipment, right? So I'm like, yes, I will be performing in suit. I would like one of those headset microphones that goes inside the fursuit head. And so I'm on third stage, 4 p.m. Friday, and they don't have it. So they're like, okay, there's only one in the whole con, and we have to go and get it from main stage. So you have to wait. So I'm like, a slight message out to BLFC. One performer using the fursuit head mic on third stage. See if we can, up the ante on that next time. Come on.
Who was it on main stage that was using it?
Nobody. No one ever performed on main stage in full fursuit for a concert. The only time there was a person on stage with a headset mic was during the dance comp.
Okay. So, but you eventually got the headset mic?
Yeah, eventually they got it to me, taped it to my face, and we started the concert about 20 minutes late.
Wow.
But it's okay. We all run on furry time.
Yeah. Too bad we didn't know, because we had our own that we put in Taebyn. So
that makes sense. I've actually been told that by some people, not AV. Never a con has told me this, but friends are like, you should bring your own. You should get your own. Which, I mean, I guess I could, but, I guess I expect that cons have it. Maybe not always.
Yeah, we don't expect the cons have what we need ever, so we bring all of our own stuff just in case. In fact, we even bring, Rain always brings huge speakers as well, so just in case we're in a spot that doesn't have decent sound, we can set up our own sound system.
We are ready. Barely has his own TV studio, basically, that he brings with him every con, so...
Yeah. I think it would depend too. A whole podcast setup is definitely a little bit more intense than I need one microphone. If I don't have AV people too, it's hard because I'm doing it all in suit. Yeah. There's so many things about it. If they want musicians to perform at the cons, they need to give us space, they need to give us help, and they need to give us AV, because you can put a music concert in a panel room at a con, but then it's a concert in a panel room.
Yeah. And you should have been on at least second stage, if not first stage. I mean, you are a fur to be reckoned with at this point. So, third stage was, to me, was kind of an insult.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I did say that. I've been very open about my opinions on that, because I was on second stage in 2021. So third stage this year, I was originally going to be in a panel room, but I emailed back. They got their email where they're like, "Oh, we'll put you in the panel room." And I was like, I was on second stage last year, and everyone on main stage is the exact same as 2021. So I don't know why I'm the only person getting shuffled out of this. when I've probably done more in the last 7 months than a lot of people. I mean,
Right?
come on. I've got like 2 televised appearances under my belt since
Yeah.
then.
No kidding.
How-
That's what I said. You're
I don't know.
you're getting to be popular. Well, next time, just demand main stage.
I don't even
want a
like
concert on
like
this.
pop. I don't know what
Yeah.
kind of like hardball you need to play to get a spot on there. I walked into one of the concerts on main stage and it was like a cover of a Rocket Man,
Oh, God.
like not in suit, just a person singing Rocket Man. This is main stage at BLFC. Okay,
Okay.
That was this year?
that was this year. I walked in main
Okay.
stage, just
I-
one
I
guy on
was-
stage singing Rocket Man, main stage concert.
Okay.
So how
Um,
well attended was your concert? Did you get a lot of folks there? Did you get a lot of furs at the concert?
For a 4 p.m. on a Friday, I think it was pretty good. And on third stage,
Nice.
which did not exist in 2021 either,
It didn't.
pretty good,
No.
I think.
Yeah.
The room, yeah, in fursuit, kind of hard to see all the
Mhm.
time, but I do think there were a good number of people in there. And obviously, they kept me for half an hour after the show. So
Well,
Nice. Yeah, it
that's
did.
awesome.
It did.
Yeah.
Nice.
that was just my
so-
Friday.
So
It's okay. I didn't have anything on Saturday. Sunday was Survivor. That was the only remaining thing.
And so how was Survivor? Tell us first about it, what it is. I think we can probably gather, but for out there that isn't a good little squirrel that can gather things, let us know about it and how to go.
Well, it's certainly not 2001 anymore. I don't know if Survivor as a show concept is as ubiquitous as it once was. But the comparison I like to bring up too is like Total Drama Island, which is something that the kids are more familiar with, and I grew up with as well. And I actually, for a period, wanted to call Survivor Furry Drama Island, but I didn't know if that would read. I think Survivor maybe gets the point across a little better.
Survivor's got a nice ring to it too, so it rolls off
I was not
the
the
tongue.
first person to come up with Survivor. Lots of like people, the fandom has existed longer than the show Survivor has, so I'm sure there's been Survivors since 2000. But
Mhm.
mine is a 2-hour panel that happens usually Sunday at noon at cons. It's 12 contestants. We do a random draw to see if you get in the competition or not, because more than 12 want to play sometimes. At BLFC, 16 wanted to play, so we had to cut 4 with a random draw. So we had 6 colored dice from one team, 6 for another, and then 4 white dice, which meant so you reached your hand in the bag, pulled one out, and then we all revealed collectively at the same time. And we
Collectively.
learned, so we all like reveal. It was dramatic. It was cool. So
Nice.
we got our teams, had some returning players at BLFC. Even my very first returning winner came to play, who won
Ooh,
back
wow.
in Vancouver. Yeah.
Did they win again?
No, they did not. They came
Oh.
7th. So considerably not as good, but
7th
they
out of
still
12.
made it.
So yeah.
7th out of 12. They made it
So-
past the merge.
Okay. So what did you do for Survivor? What is it? How did you eliminate people in furs and things like that?
The Survivor is just like those shows where it's a challenge and one of the teams wins the challenge and they're safe and the other team has to vote somebody out. So I don't eliminate anybody. They
And,
eliminate.
This pup has actually never seen Survivor, so what kind of challenges are there that you
Ooh.
do?
Well, I don't want to spoil any challenges because it's always good to
Oh.
surprise people when they come, but
What
there's a
might be an
good
example?
mix.
Let's do it that way.
There's puzzles, there can be stuff with memory, there can be stuff with endurance in a very controlled way, because the challenge we have to get through it all in less than 2 hours basically.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I've done this Survivor many times enough to I've refined the challenges to very quick activities that might take 2 minutes, or like super competitive things with the people around that might not seem like that crazy, but when you're in this game and you've suddenly survived 4 or 5 eliminations or something, and there's 6 people left, you're like, okay, this is game on.
Ooh,
So it can get really heated. But Taebyn,
nice.
what I will say for you is
Ooh.
that I'd love to have you play, or even barely too. I like to recruit. I recruit smart people that I think
Oh.
will do well in the game.
Hence
and
why Barely
Taebyn-
is the
Yeah.
yeah.
You got the brains
actually
and the
wanted to.
brawn.
I actually wanted to this year, but well, it obviously didn't work out
Yeah,
that way and stuff.
Busy.
But now I know, busy pup.
But I think
now
if you
I know
played,
for
there's a
next time.
distinction that you would hold, probably.
A
Is it
distinction that I
first?
would hold?
Mm-hmm.
Would it not smell good because it would be a distinction?
Oh. Womp womp.
I don't know. I don't. No, I'll make sure to take my puppy bubble bath that day to
Good.
make sure that
Don't want
I
to
don't
stink
have
up the
that.
team. But
Nice. No, I wouldn't want to do that. Exactly.
actually, the
Oh, well,
history
yes.
for fursuiters in Survivor is a tumultuous one. There has never been a fursuiter that made it past the team stage of the game. So there has never been a fursuiter to even make it to the jury part of the game.
Dun, dun,
I don't know
dun.
why this is. Obviously, it can be harder to do certain challenges in suit, but you don't need to win challenges to win the game. I've had winners who've never won a challenge, so it's not a requirement. It's just
because
in
they
the
just
team
don't
part
get
of the
like
game.
voted off and stuff.
Yeah. It happened
Okay.
at FWA. I had 2 suitors pull the dice out of the hat or whatever. So we had 2 suitors at FWA, first and second out on 2 different teams. So really, like, it's and actually one of them came back to play at BLFC, was one of my returning players, and this time they came not in suit, so they gave it another shot.
Give it another shot.
They
Nice.
improved
still
their
didn't
placement
win.
they improved their placement from 12th to 9th. So they did do a little
well,
better.
that's an
But
improvement.
nice.
Okay, good.
Nice.
I have a lot of the Survivor stats written down because I'm a nerd and I like that stuff.
Nice. Do you have an Excel spreadsheet?
No, I just have the notes app on my phone.
Oh,
Ah,
because
there
I
you go.
I don't know if it would work in an Excel. I'm sure you could make it work, Taebyn, but I actually am also Excel certified, so maybe I could make it work. But I'm also too lazy for that.
But since you've already got a system, you do that. So
Yeah.
yes, BLFC was really great. Glad you had a wonderful time. We wagged for you. And now I have to say happy belated birthday to your mom.
Yes,
When
and
was your
to the
mom's birthday?
ground.
May 21st.
Okay.
So that was the
And to
most
the-
recent familial birthday in my house as of this taping.
Okay. Taebyn,
correct.
why did you say happy birthday to the ground?
Cassidy, do you know what I'm referring to there?
To the ground?
Happy birthday to the ground.
No.
Man, you know, man, my dad's not a phone.
Oh, are you doing the song?
Yeah, this song.
That's what I thought you were doing when I was
But
like, I'm not sure.
But I'm singing it so badly. We really had no idea.
Ooh, speaking of singing things badly, Taebyn, I have another specific to you thing that I think is fun to mention from my BLFC trip.
Oh, what's that?
Well, because flights to Reno were miserable. I flew to Vegas, and we drove from Vegas to Reno, then we drove back. And part of the fun of that was it gave me more time, and on one of those days, I got to see Weird Al in concert.
That's so exciting. Where was that at?
At the Venetian in Vegas.
Nice. I knew he was on tour.
Yeah.
But I that like worked out really well for you. Had you seen Weird Al before?
No, I'd never seen him in concert before.
In person, yeah.
Have you?
This pup has multiple times, but not recently. That would have been really nice. Was it a good time?
It was interesting. It was unique. There were a lot of things in the show that I was very like, oh, interesting that this is the choice that they made. I want to know what do you have any songs that you wonder? Because that was one of my comments was I thought the set list was kind of weird. So I wonder, what are your Weird Al picks? Like, I want to tell you if they were in the set list or not, because it was a weird set list.
Well, I don't know if you knew, but I had a Weird Al, Taebyn Sings Weird Al thing at BLFC. And so I had a set list, and my set list there was, what was it? I did,
okay, I'll tell you yes or no if it was in the thing. If you're just going to rattle off your set list, I'll tell you.
I started out with Harvey the Wonder Hamster.
No.
Yeah. Then what did I do? I don't know. I had Amish Paradise at one point.
Yes, that was included in a mashup as the encore. So he didn't do the whole thing. He did like a verse and a half.
Very nice. I'll have to check this out. What else did I do? I did Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota.
That was the closing song of his original set.
Really?
The encore.
Oh my cow. I don't even believe that. That's so amazing.
Yeah, that was
song
what he closed
is so special to me. Yeah, so I anyway, I did that, and okay. and so did he. So I feel like akin
Mhm.
to his whatever. I don't know. I also did another one, Rides the Bus.
No.
No, I did Polka Party.
No polka actually during the
No
concert,
polkas.
which
Really?
that was one of my other notes as a side note. In the concert, he was like sitting the whole time. I kind of thought he would get up and like run around
Oh,
with the
wow.
accordion a little bit, but he sat for like an hour and a half. Even like
Was
took
it
off
a-
the accordion, put it on.
Was it an unplugged concert?
No, there was a band.
Okay. Well,
Like,
unplugged
fancy stage
usually
lights.
just means there's no electronics and no, I mean, other than the keyboard and stuff. Or they
I
do
mean, I
all
guess you could
acoustic
say it was
stuff.
more cabaret-y because of the smaller
Okay.
theater, maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you can
the
still
Venetian's
stand
got a
up
small
and play
theater.
accordion.
Yeah. Hmm.
Keep going,
What
Taebyn.
else? I did
You did
Yoda.
Yoda.
Yoda was the closing song of the mashup that he did in the encore.
Nice.
So it was
Oh,
the
did he do
second
the
closing.
thing where he goes boop 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 boop
Yes.
boop boop thing?
He did.
Yeah, he always does that. Yeah. I remember that.
He always does that.
Oh, every time I've seen him, like on YouTube or seen him in person or whatever, he always does Yoda, and after Yoda, he always does a boop 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 thing. So anyway,
It's okay.
Poor
Me
Barley's
and Taebyn
confusing.
get it. Barely doesn't
That-
get it.
that's all. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. It's a boop boop boop. What
Yep.
else did I do? I did 8 songs,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and
Can you
Um,
name them?
What else did you do, Taebyn?
I don't know. I did.
What did you do?
I don't have the set list in front of me right here. I don't know.
I
did.
ambushed you with Weird Al.
Yeah.
You did.
You weren't ready.
Well,
I mean, this is just like not too long ago that I did this.
yeah.
It's okay. VLFC was like a week ago. Do you think I remember anything?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true,
I
it's
knew
true.
that he was in Vegas that week because we had actually reached out to him and invited him to come to Reno to watch Taebyn's set. And
Oh.
it was going to be a great surprise to have, and he actually emailed me back and he said, I would love to, but I have a commitment in Las Vegas. So,
Oh,
was-
really? That's
Yeah.
actually really cool.
so
Oh, that was so. Oh, Barely, you're so sweet and wonderful.
I don't
That's
think
actually
you would have
really
been
cool.
able to function if Weird Al walked into your panel.
I
you even
think
have
that is
noticed?
correct.
You would have been in suit, right? Unless people pointed it out. You might not have, we could have gotten the whole room quiet and then Weird Al's just watching the whole time. You don't know
Right,
until the
yeah.
end.
It would have been funny to
That
have
would
him
be
walk in
something.
behind Taebyn and just sit at the table before Taebyn knew what was going on, and then
Or joins in
And
as
then
a
I
duet.
turn around to
Right,
get
yeah.
my water or something.
Yep.
It's
So.
like, wait, I know who you are.
right, yep.
So I did some others, and I guess plug for me. I posted. We took a video of my whole Taebyn Sings Weird Al thing, and it is right now on my YouTube. The full thing. So you can, if you want to know what other songs I did, you can go to my YouTube, and I did that little chapter thing, so you can see. Anyway, I did that.
Wow.
So that's
You're
amazing.
even better than me, Taebyn. I didn't record my concert.
Well,
You're way more prepared than me.
I don't know about that. I'd
Well,
say
next time you do a concert, maybe Injured Nerves Productions will record it for you, and you can put it up on YouTube. Ooh.
Ooh.
there you
I can
go.
write that off,
I
too.
think
There you go. Yeah,
write it off as a tax write-off.
that's right.
Or
Yep,
something.
yep. So,
So you were on our show a year ago. Well, as Barely mentioned, he sort of mentioned this is season 3, and you've been on our show every season. And so you were
yes.
on our
Yeah,
show
I'm
a year
only
ago.
allowed once per year. That's what the court allows.
that's what the
That-
court allows, yes.
It's true. It's true. No more.
But it's
nope, we will
Canadian
not
court.
allow that.
But it's Canadian
Yeah,
court,
so-
so we could get around it without any problem. Yeah.
It's like all we have to do is say sorry and and it's okay.
You're gonna get
Like-
Interpol involved.
Oh, no.
See, I'm Italian. We
Inter-
talked about this. Everyone, it's gonna be international crimes now.
Ooh. Ugh.
Mhm.
Okay.
To be
So
on
what if-
to be on Barely Furcasting. Is an
Yes, it's an international crime. Yes. So,
Oh my!
Crime the
So
world
what
what
have
have
you
you
been
been
up to?
up to since our
Okay,
last
let's do it at the
visit?
same time. Okay, ready? On the
What?
count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
So what have you been up to?
What have you been up to
you been up to
in the last year? 'Cause
since
it's been
year. It's been a year. Yeah.
That worked really well. No notes.
No
Oh,
notes.
notes at
yeah.
all.
But what have you been
Wow.
up to?
That's an actual question.
Yes. Let's see. I was on here, I guess, around this time last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
May, I think. Yeah.
yeah. So
That's the only
around
reason I
May.
knew about the mom's birthday thing is because it was in the show notes for last year, and it said mom's birthday was like right then. So anyway,
Yes. And that's a song that I teased last time. I didn't end up releasing because I didn't love the album art that I was getting done. This has happened before where I just am not, I'm too much of a like artist. I really want to make everything right when I release something. So I was like, the album art's not perfect. I can't release it yet. So it's still waiting.
You're like a Maynard, aren't you?
Oh, what?
A Maynard?
Like
Maynard James
Candy?
Keenan, lead singer of Tool. He's a total perfectionist.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely, when it comes to musicians, we can be very, very particular with the way we want something to sound or to look, and we have a vision. Every creative can be like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nope, I would rather keep it. The song is done. I'm happy with the song completely, but it's just the art is not conveying the song right, and I'm just going to hold off.
Oh.
I'm going to redo it.
And so has it been rectified since then?
No. My mom's birthday has come and gone again, and I haven't put it out, so I guess we'll see if I can get the art in time. I've gone through 3 different artists for this. It's been a journey. Yeah, I know. I know. The
It'll be
song's been done
exciting
for
when it
over
gets
a
out.
year.
Then.
Are you paying these artists?
Yes.
Oh, so you've paid 3 artists, and they have not given you what you expect.
They've given me stuff that they, that it's good art. It's not that it's bad art. It's just that when I'm listening to my song, I'm like, is this what I'm seeing? And the answer is no. So I just have to keep trying at it. Maybe I gotta get involved more, take a reference photo or something. I don't know. Do a thumbnail sketch. I don't know. But other than not releasing music, I have been, I was in a certain televised show that I referenced earlier.
Yes, you were. And what was that, Miss Cassidy Civet?
It was Canada's Got Talent, is what it was.
Yes, it was.
It was, and then it wasn't. Very quickly.
Well, I saw the video that you put out, but I have to say it's really awesome that you were on the show. I'd love to see like the full clip of it, because the little tiny clip I heard is like, yeah, that's Cassidy. She's like this amazing singer, and I would like to hear more of that. But so give us the story about how you got to be on the Canada's Got Talent.
Ooh. Usually when I'm asked to tell the story, the first thing I say now, having finally finished the video, is I'm like, please watch the 19-minute video I put out about this, because it is a long story.
It is a 19-minute video. Story. How about the cherry poop version?
The carefully selected cherry poops version of it.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on, but
I'll give you the elevator rundown.
Okay.
I had just come back from my 6 convention tour that I talked about last year when I was on this podcast. I did the 6 cons in a row, came back. Yeah. My friend invited me to go to a concert at the park. So we went there, we're waiting in line, and someone was like, oh, you're a singer? Canada's Got Talent auditions close tomorrow. So I'm like, oh, I just got back. I guess I can get in suit and do something. So I literally did it that night. I got like my suit, or the next day, put the suit on, did like my song cover of Arcade by Duncan Lawrence. That was it. Sent it off, auditions closed, and they contacted me really quick, like 3 phone calls, multiple Zoom interviews, and I don't know, the producers liked me. I know how to talk to those people because I work on movie sets and stuff. I've talked about that before too. And then, it was such a random trip too. It was just 2 nights in Niagara Falls, and then I was already back in Vancouver.
Wow.
After the audition, I landed, took the bus 3 hours from the airport to Niagara Falls, got to the Airbnb, walked around the town at like midnight, then went to sleep, woke up the next morning, 9 a.m., went to the audition, was already done the audition by like 1 p.m. And I'm walking out of the place with my suit and my bag, like, well, that's that. And I'm like, oh, I got a whole day to like wander around Niagara Falls. And then I just flew back home, got home, Vancouver one night, resting. And then it was Halloween, which is a 2-day small local con to me.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was like 2 days audition, home, 2 days back at a small little con. It's not a big con, like 400
and
people.
you survived to tell about it. Like you're not exhausted and dead from exhaustion. That's amazing.
I'm exhausted even from the recap. It's like mentally, it's like trying to condense months in like words. It's hard.
2.5 minutes. Yeah. That'd be my fault right there. But
The
that's
full
very
story is
exciting.
better.
You got to see Niagara Falls. You got to see Howie in all his quote unquote glory.
Quote unquote
But-
glory.
Oh, is Howie
Oh
on
my.
Canada's Got Talent?
He was this one anyway. I don't know if he's normally.
He was on Canada's Got Talent for this one, and he definitely did not like me very much. In the
Oh,
suit.
really? Oh,
If you,
well.
yeah, you gotta see the video. I used his like face in the thumbnail. Even it's like comical how much Howie is frowning. It's like no, I'm not even kidding. Like I can't even like make your
Can't
face
even-
like that. It's
Wow, I will
it's
have to go
ridiculous.
watch the video.
I'm talking like arms crossed, like really. Like why are you so cranky about someone singing in fursuit?
He must be an anti-fur.
If you watch my video too, you'll see that Howie also
All
the day
four
before
of them.
my
Yeah, I think all four of them are like they were unfair. And I saw like a lot of your comments were true. Like they just had something wrong with the suit or something. But if they would actually have listened to you because you're amazing, I think that they would not have done what they did. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think it was
I
very
say-
awesome and courageous you did that.
I say in my YouTube video that when I was on the stage and at that point, you know, when all the judges were very much not on my side, there's definitely things I could have done. I could have fought for that opportunity. You know, I could have done something as drastic as being like, take off the suit head and be like, no, let me sing for you. But if they weren't able to separate the original song and the vocal performance from the you know, the visual aspect, then I just think that would have seemed too desperate. And I was like, no, I think I've gotten what I can get out of this. They didn't like it. Then I'm moving on now. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's why I bowed too. That's why there's the gif of me bowing on stage because I literally didn't know what to do. I was like, well, I'm just going to end this. Their jokes are done and none of them were funny. So goodbye.
I'm out.
And I
But-
bowed.
and-
Yeah.
Wasn't this song also not like the best thing for you? Like that's not what you wanted to do. The song that you did.
Yeah, I wanted to sing the cover because I kind of thought that if I came out there in suit, maybe I can just try and sell my vocals instead of trying to sell a whole song. But when the production found out that I did original music, of course, they were like, please do an original. And I'm like, yeah, I can do an original, whatever. I guess we'll see. And so I did the song that I got third place in my local talent show a few years ago with, and I didn't even make it through one round. So like I
But
said,
it was a
maybe
learning
not reflective
experience.
of Canada. Exactly.
Right.
And
No,
I'm not
learning
done with this either. I might have to fly back to Europe next January and audition again for Eurovision. Like I did this January, speaking of other things I did in the last few months.
There you go.
Yeah.
How did that go? Where did you have to go for that?
I flew to San Marino in Italy.
Ooh.
Oh my cow.
It was my first time in Europe ever.
And
But
did you
you're
like it?
Italian.
Yes, I liked it, and yes, I'm Italian, Taebyn. I've never been there. My dad's been there when he was like
Oh,
a teenager. So, you know, he tells us, he's like, yeah, you know, I've been to Italy once. So we can go when you're older. And now I'm like, well, I'm 23. I guess I'll take my own butt there.
Right.
Thanks,
I mean,
Dad.
Taebyn, I'm German and Irish, but I have not been to either one of those countries.
Do you have citizenship?
Hmm.
If you were, I'm not even
Prep for the joke. Here it comes. Here it comes.
No,
What are you
I'm
going
not
to do?
even gonna. I am
Oh,
not.
okay.
I'm gonna use restraint. This once.
Handcuffs.
Restrain
Restrain
the
him.
puppy.
Restrain him. Restrain the pup.
Oh
Yes.
my cow!
Tie him to the bed. Oh, sorry.
So, so
I know a thing or
San
two about
Marino-
tying puppies up.
Ah.
Uh-huh. No, my family, we got a new puppy at the start of March upstairs, and she's
Oh.
going to eat all the socks, so we have to tie her up.
Socks!
Don't eat the socks. Don't eat the socks.
No, she
Wallaby.
already swallowed one. We have to take her to the vet because she's
Oh,
an idiot. She's
Puppy,
overexcited.
Oh my cow! Oh
She's
my
really
cow.
like
What-
the socks.
what breed?
I guess.
What breed?
Stupid.
Stupid
I
breed.
don't know.
Okay.
No, she's like
Stupid is as
labradoodle,
stupid
but
does,
more
sir.
more poodle in the doodle is what my dad
Okay.
says. Labradoodle
Oh.
with more poodle in the doodle.
Oh, yeah.
So she's
Poodles are-
dad's a poodle and mom's a labradoodle. So yeah.
Well, labs are dumb. Poodles are smart. So clearly she got the lab version for the brain. That's too
Even though
bad.
the lab part is the smallest part, is like only a third of her.
Yeah,
His
I've got
dad
a
was
friend that
poodle.
has a boxer, and boxers are dumb, and he always says, "Yeah, she's got a smooth brain. The thinky parts don't work at all." So
Hmm.
there's no wrinkles in her
It'll
brain.
get-
It's all smooth.
So, so he's got his silk sheets up there. He just
Silk
falls
sheets up
off.
there, it just slides right off. Yeah, it's like
Oh my! So, do you have any current projects or projects on the horizon we should know about?
Well, I hate to say it. I guess I'm breaking it here, but I'm gonna do another 6Con tour in the summer.
oh wow, which
I
six
know.
cons?
Wow!
It'll be Megaplex first, then it'll be this year is gonna be international. Last year I did all 6 within the
Oh,
U.S. So even though
Wow,
I'm
that's
Canadian,
exciting.
I haven't said that. I guess I'm Canadian. Canada's Got Talent, but I am Canadian. So when I go
Yes.
to cons in the U.S., technically, foreign country.
Yeah, so it's international at that point anyway. So yeah,
Yeah, so it'll be Megaplex in Orlando, Wild Prairie FurCon in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
okay.
I know. Orlando to Winnipeg flight sounds like the worst thing ever. I guess we're going to see how that is. Then Winnipeg to Denver for Denver, number
Okay.
3.
Nice.
Then came the next choice, which was either IFC or Philadelphia. I did Philadelphia in 2021. And this year I decided, I'm doing Philadelphia again. It was too good.
Oh, okay.
I like Philadelphia.
All right.
I was tempted by IFC, but I don't know. I really liked Philadelphia. They had my favorite con shirt. They're moving to a former Anthrocon hotel because the con's at 1,500 people. It's getting bigger. The
And
only
you
thing
did
I'll
dance
say,
comp last
on-
year at
Yeah, I did
Philadelphia
do-
too.
yes,
Yeah.
people and at Denver. So
Oh,
maybe I will
nice.
just do a bunch of those again this year. Maybe those seem like the right kind of con where I get I get through the auditions. Because like
Yeah.
BLFC and MFF are way too hard. I'm not that good.
Okay.
I can't pop and lock like them.
Oh,
people-
like them.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So,
No, they're
annoying.
They're
I
too
meant not
good.
annoying. I meant difficult.
Annoying.
What am I even talking about? I don't even know.
Saying
Hi.
dancing is annoying. Taebyn is anti-dancing. You heard it here
I
first.
actually,
Yes.
I am very anti. Like my dancing
David,
is annoying.
we're all
I think
dancing
anyone
right
that
now.
watches that is annoying. So what's after Philadelphia?
After Philadelphia is Tails and Tornadoes in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which I also
Oh.
did last year. So that'll be my second year there.
Hopefully,
And
there's no
then
tornadoes.
No, hopefully not. Just Tails.
Yes, just tails. Yes.
Hopefully.
All manner of Tails.
Mhm.
Then the last con, number 6, is another first timer for me. Is going to be Furry Migration in Minneapolis.
Oh, nice. I've heard of that one.
Yeah,
I don't know much about it. I think I've heard it's good. I guess you'll find out.
I will find out. I'm excited. I've never been to like a lot of those cities too, so kind of scratching that traveling itch in some way for me. It's just carrying around a luggage with a fursuit in it too.
Do they
So
have
I
an ointment for that?
No.
No, it's a salve,
With it-
not an ointment. There's a difference.
Oh, right.
So I have to ask,
Mhm.
traveling around
Yes,
like that
Barry.
takes a lot of cash. So
Yeah.
are you independently wealthy?
I have been pretty open about my kind of that independently wealthiness too.
Mhm.
I am very much not rich. I did not
Okay.
win the lottery despite the tickets that I keep buying.
Uh-huh.
No, I am. So the way that I put it is that I'm 23. I'm kind of 2 years back because of COVID. So in those 2 years as well, I was working as much as I could. I got a new job, which is the job that I had been trying to get for the last 5 years. So I finally got it last October.
Yay!
And that job is auxiliary, which means that I can pick and choose the hours that I want on like my own
Oh,
schedule for the
very
most
nice.
part. So it's also union. It's a city government job. So if I wanted this 5 years ago, if I had this 5 years ago before COVID, I'd have been doing this before COVID. But now that I have it, it's not like it's some crazy like 6-figure like tech job or something. It's very much still not that. But it has enough flexibility and it pays well enough that I still live at home as well. So that
Nice.
takes care of some of those costs.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That helps.
So yeah, and I just work a lot. Like when I talked about going to Italy this year for Eurovision, here's the example of the lead up for that. I worked going off of December. I work at a museum through the same city, same job. same everything. So I can work multiple places, same city. So I worked at the Christmas Museum 9 days straight. I worked through till Christmas, then 2 government mandated days off, Christmas even day, then 9 more days straight through New Year's, 31st, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Then the museum closed on the 3rd. After the 3rd.
And were those 15-hour days?
On the 4th, I flew to Europe.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So I don't like to wait around too much. I like to keep things going.
Just keep doing it. Yeah.
But I also am not afraid to just like work my butt off. And they weren't 15-hour days. They were, that's kind of how I see it. And I've already had enough health scares in my life where I'm like, I wasn't even doing stuff this intense before. Come on.
Now might as well. Yeah, just do it.
Exactly.
Live for it.
We've had 2 years to sit at home and think about all the things we would do.
Mm-hmm.
So
time to actually do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm ready. I've been wanting this job specifically for this reason, because of that like very flexible nature. And even now, people, they don't have anybody that wants to work. When I am gone at these cons, they're sending out emails where they're like, help, we don't have anyone to close tonight. We'll pay overtime. Anybody? And I'm like, I did it for the last 8 weekends. No,
right.
You guys hired like 30 other people.
I'm in Italy right now, or else I do it. So
yeah, like I can't be like, I just want to go and do stuff, which is why I like the auxiliary nation of the, or oh wow, I'm just totally
auxiliary nation.
The auxiliary nature of the job.
Is that a new country just north of Canada? The auxiliary nation.
The auxiliary nation. Yeah.
The auxiliary nation. I would happily be a part of that. It doesn't have everything perfect with this job. Like because it's auxiliary, there are full and part-time positions within the city those are where like those kinds of benefits are. So I don't have all of that, even though I am still in the union and whatever. So it's not perfect, but it's definitely good. And I know my schedule now basically through to September. I'm like working maxed out. And then when I'm not at a con, like heck, another example, VLFC flew in and out of Vegas, right? So easier flight.
That's right.
I
remember you telling me about that at VLFC. You're saying, I know my schedule till September, so that helps.
Yep. I landed at the airport at noon in Vancouver, and I had a shift 4 to 8 that night at one of the centers in Burnaby.
Wow.
Where I work, but maybe don't. Oh, yeah.
So you got a 6-con tour coming up, and then any other projects like music projects or anything like that you've got on the horizon? Yeah.
That's been the challenge of the day. Thank you for
this day
mentioning that,
or any day.
The year, really, because I said, I just got this job last October, so juggling music and working like crazy and also doing lots of cons is a new thing for me. And this is something that I'm going to have to learn this year. This is the year where I learn to balance it. We're going to see, what do I do? Can I work still 5 days a week max while doing music stuff? Or do I have to ease up a bit? Or what do I have to do? Because I'm not rich, so I do have to work. I have my Patreon and stuff and, some music revenue, I guess, but it's not, Spotify's like pennies. So you can't really live off that unless you're Taylor Swift or something. So gotta work, gotta bust my butt, but I've got projects. The Clace album is still very much being worked on for that game, for people who are familiar with Clace and his adventures. Yeah, he made Winds of Change, and I'm writing the pop album for his new third upcoming game, Como Ready.
I heard there's new one coming out. Very, very cool.
Yeah, he wanted a pop album, pop album for his furry game. Could be better.
Does that mean that it's in it's in the Enchanted Times where there's lots of sprites because it's a pop album? I don't know.
What? Taebyn.
He goes along.
That was barely coherent.
He goes on long journeys for really bad jokes sometimes.
That collar might be on just a little too tight.
Type of pop. I don't know.
I don't. Okay.
Type of pop or type of pop.
Let's talk about your luxurious hair, because we talked about this last time.
Okay.
And Barely and I were speculating. I forget exactly what we said, but something about how much more like your hair last time was luxurious, and so we were speculating that next time, aka now, it would be even more luxurious. And so what's the verdict, Barely?
I would say it's very luxurious. It's much longer than the last time we saw him a year
It
ago.
is wrong. It longer,
Yeah.
longer. It's not wronger. It's righter. It's
Right.
longer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sprite.
Yeah.
Socks.
Sprite.
Sucks. Wallabies.
Wallaby.
So does that like take 2 hours every morning to take care of?
I don't do
For our
anything
listeners,
to my
so
hair.
we have to
Do anything.
describe this. We have to describe this to our listeners. So picture a full head of jet black hair. That's just
Uh-oh.
gorgeous, and at
It says
least
brown in my driver's license.
Oh well, I'm looking at it. It looks like black to me. So, and it's like what, mid back level. If you're thinking how long it
might
was,
be close to there.
yeah,
Yeah. I guess it's like mid back now.
yeah. I mean, that's pretty long. You've been growing that for a long time.
It's interesting to me what a spectacle my hair has become because I'm very much not used to this. This is the longest it's ever been. This is the most comments I've ever gotten about my hair, and I don't do anything to it.
Why did you decide to grow it and keep growing it?
COVID.
Oh,
It was already long. It was already long before COVID, but when the work completely dried up and everything, I was like, well, there's like literally no incentive to cut it and maintain that like Justin Bieber length that I had for so many years. So I just let it go crazy, and I
There's
feel like
no
I'm
reason
kind
for
of
hygiene or grooming, so here it goes.
yeah.
Well,
no reason for any kind of hygiene.
oh, jeez. Okay. All right.
No,
So let's.
for grooming though, I actually don't do anything to my hair. I kind
You
of
just wake
stopped.
up and take a shower, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't put product in my hair either. I kind of thought like I will try and pull everything out, make the routine like literally just lathered hot water, and we'll see if that does anything. And I feel like making your hair have to fight for itself a little bit more instead of like you know, I don't know. Maybe that's my own thing. I'm like, maybe that's better. I don't know. It's not like
Maybe.
you know, you brush your teeth, but you don't rub food in your hair. I don't know if you need to treat it like that. It's just hair.
Unless you use an egg shampoo, then you're rubbing the egg and food in your hair.
Yeah.
Egg shampoo.
I have a friend that would just lose his mind over your hair and the fact that you do nothing to it. He would literally drive up to where you are just to give you product and to teach you how to take care of your hair. I swear he would.
I would actually be open to hearing that sort of stuff because I didn't get any long hair lessons. Right, this is new for me. I'm more than willing. I'll listen to anyone.
Okay, I'll send him your way.
I'm just trying things my own way because I was, you know, it's new for me too. So let's cut out the products and see how it is. Seems like it's all right, but yeah, I'm definitely open to it.
Yeah. So social media, you've got a presence clearly on social media. So last time you had lots of different places. So have you shut anything down or opened up new social media areas?
I guess in some ways, TikTok I've definitely taken a backseat from. That platform gets really tiring for creators, especially for furry creators.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can only get your fursuit chat stream taken down by normies flagging it as terrorist content so many times before you just give up.
There's so much that.
How is a fursuit terrorist? Oh my god! Okay,
I don't know, but you get 1,000 people flagging it like that in a minute, and
you have to understand, Barely, that first of all, there's the terrorist thing, and then you add on to it, you've got a terrorist taking a bathroom break in the litter box in the cafeteria of your elementary school, and then things just blow up. Yeah, see,
that's it right there. That's how it
Uh-huh.
happens. Going meowing, barking to the teachers. Yes,
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. But yes,
but anyway, sorry,
TikTok
you were saying,
is a
Cassidy.
hellscape. TikTok is a hellscape. Consume content on there if you want, but if you're actually like, it feels like the kind of platform, like to me, like Twitch, I guess, where it's like you can see these big numbers, but you know, then it doesn't necessarily translate to that much because it's meant to be a platform where you just consume, and not necessarily for like fan base building. So I prefer.
I'm glad I didn't get into it then.
Yeah, you can like look at videos on the toilet. That's pretty much what TikTok is for. Much like many of our social media. Or the litter box, yeah. You use a litter box, Taebyn? That's for cats.
Well,
Dogs
I'm
don't use a litter
confusing
box.
pup sometimes, so I plead the fifth.
What is your favorite section of the newspaper to pee on? That's a puppy question.
That is a puppy question.
That is a puppy question.
Yes.
I might have I feel sorry for Garfield. We'll just put it like that.
Oh, he pees on the comics.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, on the funnies. Wow. Not even on the funnies. Wow. That's you don't want to read that while you're going. You could read that.
So it's interesting that you called them. You called them the funnies. I haven't heard that term since I was a wee cub.
Okay, I guess I'll come clean on that. I guess I've heard stuff like the funny pages. I've heard before. The funnies specifically is something I've only ever heard in the song Tom's Diner, where she says, "I opened am looking for the funnies." That's what she says. So
yeah,
that's why.
Have you heard it be referred to as the Brady Bunch?
The comic section of the newspaper?
Uh-huh.
I have not heard that.
Oh, barely have you?
No, I think you're making this up, Taebyn.
I didn't say I had heard it because I hadn't. I was just wondering if she had. That's all.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I made nothing up. I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, it's an innocent question, Taebyn.
Innocent question. Have you heard it called potato? No, I haven't. Okay, I just thought I'd ask.
That's interesting,
right?
That's right.
Interesting though that you pointed out funnies though as being a very dated vernacular.
It's a very dated vernacular. Yeah, the funny papers.
As
funny
a songwriter,
pages.
I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's why it's so popular because it gets dated so much.
Okay. All right, I think we need to bring this.
There's so many rim shots going on right now.
I know, right? We need to bring this to a close, Taebyn. We need to close this out.
BLFC was last weekend, Taebyn.
I know.
Yes. Okay,
so that's some like 3D, like 4D level wordplay right there.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. All right.
So, Cassidy, is there anything else you would like our listeners to know about you or what you've been doing or things like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do more stuff this year when I'm not working like crazy. I still want to do a YouTube video about the Eurovision audition because I managed to get it done for Canada's Got Talent. So that's done. Now I'm gonna do it for the Eurovision and we'll see how that turns out. I'm working on the script right now. I found my job to also be very useful for writing scripts while I sit there and not really do very much. So
also very nice.
This job just keeps getting better. I just sitting there typing scripts. I'm gonna make a new
Canada.
Yeah, move to Canada. Canada is the freest country on the planet.
It is.
Okay. Yeah.
I have thought long and hard about just chucking everything and moving to Canada or Portugal, one of the two. So.
Ooh, Portugal.
Yeah.
That's fun. If you Portugal has some specific policies that you might be familiar with in regards to like I don't know. I don't know how explicit I should be.
That's okay. Go ahead. Be explicit.
I mean, you could cut it out if you don't want. Portugal like made every drug legal a decade ago to just curb overdoses and stuff. And Vancouver and Canada were just doing that now. So another kind of correlation between the two.
Nice.
Because I follow the news and stuff. Also, I
follow
have
the
money
news.
In
News.
Yeah. News.
Well, Taebyn, do you have anything else that you would like to chat with Cassidy about before we wrap this up?
I think that would be best that we don't give me that opportunity.
Okay.
Taebyn. I want to tell you, because I don't even think I got to the Weird Al set list. I want to tell you the ones that I was surprised by.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go back to that. Yeah.
Hi. Duh.
You can edit it in order. It's fine.
Oh, sure. No, we'll leave it in the end.
Leave it chaotic. It's good.
Yes, it's best.
So Weird Al starts with like Christmas stuff, and he's like, I only have 2 Christmas songs, and I'm going to do one of them. And I'm like, fingers crossed, like, oh my God, please do The Night Santa Went Crazy. And it was Christmas at Ground Zero instead, which is fine.
I was just going to say, I bet it was Christmas at Ground Zero instead.
I wanted Santa. I wanted him to go crazy.
Yeah.
What else did he do? He did Dare to Be Stupid, the lounge version, which was not what I expected, but was
That's
really
another
good.
song I did in my thing. Not the lounge version, but I did that too. So we had another song in common.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that one too. There were
Yeah.
like the ones, like I said, the set list was weird, but the deep cuts that I was really into, I was really surprised by.
Nice.
Another one was Close But No Cigar.
Hmm.
You don't know that one?
I think I might have heard that song only once.
That was from his kind of 2000s era where he was getting a lot of animated music videos done. That video being done by the guy who worked on the Ren and Stimpy guy.
Oh, nice.
Really? Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I knew that one for that reason because I consumed a lot of the animated music videos back then. That's why I want to make them now. He also did I'll Sue Ya, which I didn't expect.
Huh.
That was his second song in the whole show.
Interesting choice there. Okay.
Yeah. I went to a metal show like 4 weeks ago, and I didn't go nearly as hard as I did during I'll Sue Ya by Weird Al.
Okay.
It was good. It's the Rage Against the Machine type song.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then I think the last of the ones that was a deep cut that I was super into was Skipper Dan. Another stumping one for Taebyn, because that's from the animated 2000s era too.
Oh, okay. I see. We know about you. Nice.
Yeah, so I was like pretty impressed with those picks. I can rattle off some of the other
White
ones.
and Nerdy?
Also in the same ending
the
mashup with Amish Paradise.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
The ending melody, I have the thing on Wikipedia here. It had Amish Paradise, Smells Like Nirvana, White and Nerdy, Word Crimes, and then Yoda. That was the ending.
Very nice. This
cool.
pup approves. Yep. I've thought about doing Smells Like Nirvana in my set. There's so many. I had to cut some out because I only had an hour. But anyway, that was one of them. I'm gonna. Anyway, hi.
Yes.
No, very exciting.
So now
very exciting.
I'll rattle out some of the ones that I was kind of surprised by.
Okay.
See your take on them. Your horoscope for today.
I don't know a lot of the. There's a certain era of Weird Al songs that I
think
don't
there's
know
only
as
one
well
Weird
as
Al song
others,
where he names
and
every
that would be one
star
of them.
sign.
All right.
Then it would be Melanie was another one that I was like, this is.
I love that. I do know that one. I love that one.
Okay. So we got one.
I don't know if I'm too surprised to hear that. I've thought about doing that as one of my things too. So no, that's good. That's an older one too. So
yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. From
Good the Old Days? Even Worse album.
Good Old Days?
Good. Oh, wow. Okay. That I'm surprised. I know that one too. Pulling wings off flies and things like that. And I am very surprised to hear that he did that in a show. Okay.
Yeah, I think if I was going to give you clues about the other songs in the set, I guess, or maybe you've already gathered that, it seemed like a weird mix of kind of random songs here and there, but there was a bulk of the set list that was these really those a little bit more not radio friendly, shall we say, a little bit more graphic type songs. So Melanie, I think, would fall under that category. Those were the good old days. Same thing.
PC these days. Good old days. Yeah.
It was also generic blues.
Because does he saying that I saw her reaching for the soap and something about, I knew she had to be the girl for me and to think I never would have found her if I hadn't bought the telescope. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. Yeah, and he jumps out the window.
And then he jumps out the window. Right.
He jumps out the window. Generic blues, Taebyn.
Oh, that's another one I did. Really? Wow. We did so many songs.
Oh, the reaction.
I'm so excited. Because generic blues was one I just kind of, I was excited to do that. And I think that one, I'm so excited that we did so many of the same things.
And I think that might be it from the set list. Nature Trail to Hell.
I'm approving a lot of these songs.
Wow, maybe I'll have to see. I think he's coming out on the West Coast soon.
Maybe
should check.
He is, I think. Yeah, that's a really old school one, and that's always been one.
Oh, I actually missed another one.
So.
I keep seeing some that I missed. He did UHF.
So notice how
Barely's not
excited
even
I am
surprised
here.
anymore.
That's also one that I've thought of doing, but again, I'm so excited. There is so much excited here. I wag.
I am
Barely's
looking
like,
at this
just
list,
stop
and I
talking
think
because Taben's getting too excited here. But I wag.
I think
This is
there's
exciting.
only one left that I have
Uh-oh.
not named,
Oh.
and it is Dog Eat Dog.
Oh, that's another really.
That's an old
So
one.
right, I see what you mean. There's like a lot of like seemingly random ones here, but like a lot.
That was and
this
then like the ones we said before, like Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota,
yeah.
Christmas Against Ground Zero. Yeah, I had ones that I was pulling for. Like I was like, if we're going to go 2000s deep cuts with the music videos, and I really wanted Don't Download This Song, I was like, yeah, but nah.
No, that's very, very good. From my job in big office, and I really love this place. I got my very own. Yeah. It's got tape dispenser. No, Dog Eat Dog. Yes, very, very good.
That's the whole set list. There you go.
That's the
changing
whole
it up
set
like
list.
every night.
Wow. Well,
my fluff.
Cassidy, I know that you and Taebyn can talk about Weird Al for hours and hours and hours, but we need to bring this to an end. We have been chatting for a long time, and as I have, I think I've just determined that this is just going to be a special episode of just Barely Furcasting featuring Taebyn with Cassidy Civet. We're not even going to drop this into a regular pod. This is going to be a special because we have had a great time with you. And it's been wonderful to see you again. It was great to see you at BLFC. I know that you were busy. We were busy. We kind of were passing ships in the night a lot of times, seeing each other in the common area.
Don't say
but
that.
you know, another thing is
that's the name of
you
a
are
song.
also our most
one of my
our
songs.
most used guest. That's not the, you know.
We don't use our guests. We invite them on the show. We don't use our guests, Taebyn.
Use me, Taebyn.
Use me.
I don't know things. I don't know.
Use me, Taebyn.
Someone might have a Taebyn crush. Anyway, let's wrap this up.
Is it you?
Thanks a lot for coming on the show again. We look forward to having you on in a year from now, as this has become a tradition, clearly. So we'll have to
I'll
chat.
file a petition with the courts.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
See if we come on a little bit more than one
Interpol.
time a year. Yes. Interpol. Yes. There we go. All right. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say before we wrap this up and stick it in the
Parting
can?
shot. Parting shot. Barely say parting shot.
Parting shot. What's your parting shot?
Do you know what do you remember what the parting shot is?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Wisdom,
Good.
probably.
Yeah.
Wisdom. Yes.
Well, third appearance. Pandemic seemingly on the rebound. Con's back. People in good spirits, hopefully. Hope to see all you beautiful listeners and etc. and Taebyn and Barely and Rain and everyone involved in the podcast. Love you guys.
Awesome. We love you too.
Yeah, see you at cons.
We
and
love you
stuff.
so much.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Hug tight with pausies.
Pause everywhere, like on my shirt.
Yes.
They are. So many exciting things that are happening. Barely's like, oh, Dave, you gotta slow down there, puppy. I mean, come on.
I'm gonna need hearing
Pour
aids after
caffeine
this
into
episode.
the puppy bowls.
That's right. It's just like, ow, my ears. Ow, ow, ow.
I got excited. I got excited.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Yes. Thank you, Cassidy. My turn. Thank you, Cassidy, for coming on the show. Great to see you. It was very good to see you. Hug you at BLFC. See you and hug you type with pausies at another con. And until next time, have a wonderful night. We'll be excited to see more content from you, Eurovision video and all that good stuff. So until next time, we say Moobarkfluff and bark, bark.
Bark.
Moobarkfluff.
Barely Furcasting is an Injured Nerve studio production and is found on all major podcast platforms or can be heard directly at barelyfurcasting.com. The opinions expressed here are those of the hosts and their guests, and no commercial compensation was granted. The Furcast is produced, recorded and directed by Barely Normal, aka Mike Began, and is edited by Barely and our associate editor Rain Raccoon. Opening and closing theme music, as well as some interstitial music, was created for Injured Nerves Productions for the use on the podcast by Reg Day with Damian Tanuki. If you would like to hear more music by Reg Day, you can search for Tweezerbeak on Bandcamp or Hoop Loop Tunes on SoundCloud. Other interstitial and background music by Shane Ivers through silvermansound.com, Gator Tots on soundcloud.com, and the YouTube Free Is library. Social media presences is maintained by Ziggy the Mean Weasel. Transformation Station is written and directed by Lux Operon with Rain Raccoon and is edited by Rain Raccoon. If you would like to send us a message, you can do so via email at barelyfurcasting@gmail.com or on our Telegram chat at BFFTchat, on Twitter, on our Facebook page, or on the barelyfurcasting.com webpage. You can help support the show through donations at ko-fi.com/barelyfurcasting or through Patreon at patreon.com/barelyfurcasting. Thanks for listening. We hope you come back and listen next week.